Hey, Bri, doesn't it suck that the boss is always over our shoulder when we're trying to talk?
Jay, he should be entertained by us. Let's get out of here and finish this conversation.
All right, but as long as it's not work-related.
Jay, how's it going?
I am just punchy.
I want to welcome everyone to the Work Related Podcast.
I don't even know why I said that. We are related by work on the cesspool Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm punchy. You got me all punched up.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm trying to calm you down. I don't even know what it is. You're talking to our work related conversation before the work related podcast. Sometimes gets into areas of whatever, and it's personal. And what I wanted to just bring up about what they don't know we're talking about is you don't know what it's like to be a burn the world down type of person.
Absolutely.
Right? Like fuck the world is like, it's kind of a foreign thought for you.
Yeah.
And I know it. I've tried to fight my for whatever, it's almost like an instinct to go to there. I think I'm not saying it right because I'm too nice of a person. I like my things too much.
Yep.
I like the way the world works in a way.
Yep.
And I don't think tearing it down to fix it is always the right way to go.
Yep.
You bring up sports and these tanking teams. Like, what do you think about tanking teams?
I think it sucks.
But so then if the argument, if you're not a tanking team, you're just going to be a middling team for so long.
Yeah, so I think because what I said before was that I like to be part of things for success of things, right? If it's necessary to tank to be successful, then you got to tank. But if you're going to tank every year with the hopes of being successful in 10 years, oh yeah, we'll tank this year and then we'll tank next year and then maybe we'll get a little up. But then if, we can get maybe a second draft pick or a third, a lottery pick, whatever. That's not a mentality that I would subscribe to.
So I knew you were going to say that, and that's why I hate tanking too. That's where my burn the world down can be apparent, where I'm not really that type of person.
Yeah.
But if you hang out in certain crowds or certain mentalities that agree with you in this fuck the world type of way, then that's all you can see. You can only see that the way to build it up is to tear it down from the bottom. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with fucking the governments and this fucking, it's Trumpism in a way. Everything is so bad. We got to he says we're going to tear it down because it was so corrupt before.
Yep.
And I can just see they've just changed the way it's corrupt.
Yeah.
It's not been torn down. Drain the swamp was a great thing to say and wish happened, but it never happened. The swamp never got drained. I feel like the fans of the teams that are constantly tanking.
Yeah.
In a society, a world way. If government burning shit down or whatever, restarting, because it's all the same things of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There's so much positivity in a team that's whatever, that's middling, that maybe instead of tanking, we try to trade, or we try to to be successful in a positive way.
Yeah.
Bringing negativity and tanking is a loser's mentality.
100%.
And so is burning the world down.
Yeah.
It's when you've lost so much control. And again, I'm talking out of my ass because some of the people we're talking about are you would think would be in the Occupy Wall Street movement. And of course, there's some merit to what they're trying to say. But because there's no organization, and because you're starting from a burn it all down way, you're never going to get supporters. Mm-hmm. You're just going to get people that are going to make money off of you joining your movement.
Yeah.
Or what it fucking destroys almost every movement. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's usually greed and some other shit, but so that's what I'm saying. When somebody has a burn the world mentality down, you don't understand it. And I like that about you. That's why I brought up the tanking teams. I knew you wouldn't say yes. As a wannabe, not in a bad sense, but as a person who would want to be a great executive of our company, of any company, of a fucking imaginary basketball team.
Yep.
If you're the one who's saying, oh, we're going to tank now, you'd be like, I failed in a certain kind of way.
100%.
Right? You would want to look up at the teams that never tanked and fucking managed to maintain. And says the Warriors are now in a state but they're not going to tank completely. They have to retool, and they have to make a thing. And you say to your fans, you know what I mean? I hope you understand we're going through this process or whatever.
Yeah. It's why I really liked Masai, because he said, I don't believe in tanking. And he never tanked.
Never tanked.
He never
They got
tanked.
accused of tanking
but
for the Tampa tank.
He never tanked, though.
I know.
And then he traded. He got what he got. He got the pieces he got, and they won a championship.
More fulfilling, right?
Way more fulfilling.
That's why. So, but that's... but it's pervasive in all sports now.
Yeah.
It's tanking, and the fucking idea that you got to like fix the rules so teams don't fucking tank, because it's ultimately unfair to the fucking normal guy, the citizen. My team is going to be shit forever because, or whatever. Like now, you expect me to pay the same amount of money to pay attention to your team, but you know you're going to suck for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Why am I going to be a part of your process? I'm going to move over to the fucking another team to cheer for.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to cheer like for my Miami Dolphins. They're perpetually in the middle, right? And I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm watching the fucking Patriots who didn't tank. They still tried to do it normally. Now they're back in the fucking semifinals. Got a fucking stud quarterback. It's good drafting. It's good fucking coaching. It's good like coaching hires.
Yep.
It's a better way to go instead of just fucking, you know what I mean? The Patriots never fucking bottomed out. And I want to, like, evil empire, hate them. But that's a hate for somebody who's successful the right way. I can't unsee that. I can't hate Tom Brady because he's a successful quarterback, no matter what the fuck you want to think of him personally or anything. Like,
100%.
I recognize. But my favorite quarterback growing up, Dan Marino, was one of the things who never won.
Yeah.
He is recognized in certain ways, but then he always goes into another category of, but didn't win the big one.
Exactly.
But he's on a team of 53 fucking people.
Yeah.
But he's the quarterback, so you get all the praise, you get all the things, right? So it's the same thing. The argument for burning it down and starting over again is appealing because it works sometimes, right? Like fucking, like whatever. But it's a horrible place to live.
Yeah, it's a horrible mentality to set too.
It is a horrible. It is, and
And to feed.
It's a
not
horrible.
good.
It is, and that's why when the two people we're talking about, they're feeding each other these ideas. They never get out of them.
Yep.
They never get out. I get to joke with one of them in the fucking lunchroom every once in a while when we're sitting there fucking saying, like, so the Walmart greeter job might not be a bad idea, eh, buddy?
Yeah, yeah.
And we're fucking laughing. Then I joke. I look right at the camera and go, no, I disagree with you. You know, like we know we're not in the same brave world or we're in this new brave world. We're not in the same old school world that we were before. So some people take kicking and screaming. And yes, some people, I feel for you because you want this, you have this positive mentality and you want to fucking progress. And when somebody's in the same position of you in a different department who's bringing shit down, who has all this fucking baggage that is affecting now the whole company, and you're like, shame on this guy, right? You're more than that, but like, you'll speak for yourself.
Yeah,
you're like, shame on this guy, and I'm like, more shame on the company for letting it happen that way.
For sure.
And there's a bit of both. You would want like, none of this affects me, so this person like fucking treats me great, and so I don't feel that, but I feel for you for explaining it. I don't want you to think I think you're lying at all. I want you to think I believe you and I feel for you, but I just like, and so something has to get done there. And so I say, in this brave corporate new world, like they're already telling us they don't they need us, they rely on us, but they know not as much. They don't want one person to dictate what the board members are gonna have a fucking meeting about. Like it's all beneath us. The fact that we are all numbers now, and the confusing part of being in that is that it's for their convenience, they don't treat us like numbers, and then for their convenience they treat us like numbers.
Yeah, they're kind of like in the middle of the transition.
And so
phase.
it's too important. Like it's too important of a fucking position. Look at the other side where they fucking just hired an outside fucking person and let them have massive influence right away and went through the growing pains. Yeah. And so I mean it shouldn't be a surprise that they're going to have to do the same thing for this.
And this is why even though I wouldn't really, I guess could we call them legacy people? Would we?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Okay, this is why you can't always count on legacy people. There are certain legacy people that are fine, that'll roll with the times, like you, like Ron. Like they're just rolling with the times. They're like, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but whatever. Or yeah, it's gonna work, so I'm down for it. You guys have different ideas, but when you rely on certain legacy people that just are never going to change, it's bad. It's bad.
You're right.
Changing a mentality, especially a mentality that you lived in for such a long time, is very difficult.
This would be the first. I agree with this. Would be the first time I think I can, and I'm still stuttering to say that I recognize why they have to treat us like a number at a certain point. I recognize when you become IKEA, when Sven when we can get anybody to drill the holes there. Like, eventually you don't care what Sven's feelings are. As a man, as a person, you do. But now I have a board I have a board of fucking whatever you call it, right? A fucking board of directors that I have to deal with. Like, this is not thing, but now the company's on the fucking this is not. But now all of a sudden IKEA gets on the public stock exchange, and now you're criticized by more than just the people in the building.
Yeah.
People want to know why these numbers are like this now.
Yeah.
And instead of just internally answering these ones, saying, "Hey, Ron, how come, you know what I mean? Like, could we do this? Could you come in Friday? Could you know what I mean? Like, could we fix this little situation in-house?" Now nothing is in-house. Everything is so like clear, like it's transparent. Like the transparency has to be there. So there is we can't just rely. You could be a number that's relied on number. That's what I want. Like, I realize I can be for them. That's why 100%. I want my schedules. And so it's just, but my numbers are based on, this is how long he worked on the truck. This is how much we wanted him to work on the truck. And this is what we got. What could we fix? How could we fix this? Or whatever their problem will be in it. And that's answerable. Right. And then,
yep.
Right, and then so you can talk about it. So I can see where the legacy people, you do, like I said, you could be a bad legacy person, like you said, if you're stuck in who you were, right?
Yeah,
like you can't. You got to grow with the thing, and you either. That's why I said. But the problem is. Yeah, like, I don't understand why somebody stays in a fucking bad relationship when they don't want to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know I can understand a woman who doesn't think she can afford her own place, or is scared to go to a shelter, or, you know what I mean? Like, taking that first step is going to be a brave decision.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, want to do it. But the second they feel unwanted in a relationship, they've closed out, and they're going to be looking out for themselves more than the relationship. Mm-hmm. And so when you got these legacy people who feel a certain way, from going from feeling that way to taking it too personally when they shouldn't, then they're going to fucking look at the relationship selfishly instead of more fucking commonly, communally.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to compromise. They're going to be in a fucking, like, I don't know how many people you know have been divorced. I know only a couple. And unfortunately, our neighbors are getting divorced now. We don't know them that well, but we know them a little bit. And the wife told Tammy a month or so ago when they brought the animal in for one of their dog in for something, and she said, "Oh yeah, this." And we were like, "Oh man, that sucks."
Yeah.
Nice little fucking family, got like, teenage kids and shit, and we never know what's going on in somebody's house, and so we felt for that. And then so I was parking the car like a week or so ago, and the husband saw me and fucking and we've chatted. I've spoken to joint with him before and fucking whatever. He's been in our house. I've been in it, and he said, "Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, me and the wife were separating." And I couldn't let him know that we already knew.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, "Oh man, I can't fuck see this and that." And so it's crushing. You don't know whatever happened. You know now their life has been torn apart. You can just see. You just can't unsee what you don't know. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, this unknown. You go from a happy family, and you just don't know how it got there.
Yeah.
And it happens, and it's so whatever happened. Now they're selfish. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, they're both the same great people they were, but they're not looking out for the fucking team anymore. Mm-hmm. They probably both. That's why it's so confusing for the kids. I know you know all this shit.
So what do you do with like, if a player like that on your team that's not looking out for the team anymore?
Yeah, what do you do with them? Like, that's why I guess, like, that's why it's not you. That's why it depends on who your quarterback is. That's why it depends on who your fucking coaches are, your general managers are. Like, it's life, man. Like I said, like I'm always gonna like stay on the side of my friend or the little guy or this, that. But like I said, when you see a couple get divorced, if you want to pick a side, you're a loser. Mm-hmm. Like the husband and the wife, they have to pick. They're gonna pick themselves.
Unless you know the story.
That's fine, but you're never going to, like, you're not
She
there.
slept with 18 people, and she was having bukakis in the bedroom. The guy was climbing up the ladder, the back door.
That's right. Yeah. If you try to convince me that all of that was like, you know what I mean? Like, none of the other things were happening. You know what I mean? I would only have to hear one conversation from her saying, "Did you see what I found on his phone?" Like, I didn't see them climbing up the ladder, but I saw him climbing up a ladder somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, or how? You know how he talked to me? He beat me. Or something, you know what I mean? Then it's done. Like, I have no
100%.
fucking time for anybody fucking that's going to hit a woman. And so it won't matter. But that's what I'm saying. So Good for you. Your contrarian fucking roots have lived up to their names. So you can find a way, right? I'm saying it's a loser's fucking prospect because they're both losers.
Yeah.
The thing, the fucking corporation that they've built is fucking now disintegrating, and people's feelings, and never mind how the kids are fucking involved in it.
And that's exactly why you have to probably move towards treating people like numbers, because in some reasons, when you have so much trust built up in certain people that you're just blinded by like that relationship, you get screwed over sometimes.
Yes, you're the one who's just been told we're getting divorced and you're still in love.
Yes, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
You don't
when did it all go wrong?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to flesh that out right now. Like, that's why they can't not treat you like a number.
Yeah.
That's why I hate arbitration in fucking any sporting event, because you're going to tell your goalie, this is why you're not worth fucking this kind of money. And then you'll pay him a little bit less and say, oh my God, you're the best goalie in the world.
Yeah.
But what you just told this lawyer that I
Good job.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
like,
that.
I hate the curtain being pulled away from me.
Yeah.
Like, I like to live in that fucking Narnia world where we can all just get along.
Yeah.
And so this is the confusing part of turning Sven into a fucking number in IKEA. It's like, it has to be done, Sven. I got fucking people complaining in Burlington, Ontario, Canada about their fucking bed. I can't tell them, Sven. I have to go look and see which number inspector it passed this, which number fucking thing to which number to figure out where this problem went wrong.
Yeah.
Like, when do you think Lego started treating people like a number? Like fucking ages ago, right? Like they cannot operate like that.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem. That a company like Lego or something like that, where it's this, they fucking go, or even IKEA, where they go from transitioning from a fucking place that's full of people to a place that's full of machines.
Yep.
Right? Like, when you just start fucking, like, I mean, it's so obvious when you look at a Lego factory that, like, it looks like there's like a handful of people working in this fucking, like, a billion, you know what I mean? Like, they're just fucking pumping shit out. So then they have to work on, what's my responsibility of employing people? Right? Like, that's what the insidious thing, that's what I want from my leaders. I want to work with technology and innovation, not to fucking replace us. And so, but you get into these things where you feel that way. It's a wrong, but I'm just saying, like, as a human.
No, for sure.
But, okay, the next logical step is, like, how do I turn him into a robot? Right? And like I said, it happens slowly. Like, I know I was joking about the monitors and all that, but, they can monitor if you want. And I'm sure Toyota factories in fucking China or other places, or maybe even here, like, they can know how much more movement you do to do what your job is.
Yep.
The thing is, like I said, I did my job because of the environment that it created. Now the environment is changing around me. I can't just fucking whinge about it and cry. I gotta, like I said, be adaptable. You bring up Ron, nobody knows who Ron is. Everybody would be so surprised to know how nice of a guy he is and how willing he is to fucking help and be a company man.
Yep.
You would think he'd be the last guy to fucking do that.
100%.
But he's not. Because he is in a world of hurt. Like, I feel for this guy because he's got kids and grandkids that he does not like the system. Never mind work system, the school system.
Hates it.
Yeah, like the world.
The government.
But he's not living on a little house on the prairie.
Yep.
Like, he's doing the best for his kids in the world that they're growing up in. And he's just gonna tell them what he thinks it really is, but he's not gonna make them fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna stop them from doing, like, living in this world.
100%.
He's not going to stop using TikTok. He's not like, I'm never going to go on a cell phone. I still know people that won't even go to a weed shop because they don't want to get on a fucking list.
That's ridiculous to me.
But that reluctance to fucking get into this world is so that kind of powerful that we can bring up these, like, ideas on that. But it also happens in little microcosms too. Right? Like, that's an extreme example. And so I look at Ron and go, that's a perfect example of a fucking Marine, like, adapting. What's the situation? What do I do? Right? Like, I'm not going to tell my little granddaughter that the world is going to burn around her. You know what I mean? I'm going to make it as best I can for her.
100%.
That's why I feel I can stop working a lot earlier than a guy like Ron can, because he's going to always want to give the best for his family. He's got legacies to fucking go up to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the ultimate legacy, is what you did for your fucking kids for, you know what I mean? Like, what did you show them?
Yeah.
And that you're going to have to fucking sit there and listen to them complain about something, and you'll be like, no, that's not what it was like for you.
Yeah.
Like for him. I realized that. And it's not just that I got a boost of recognition this week. Like, I was so worried about fucking my schedule getting changed in a blanket corporate decision that took out kind of the humanity of like other decisions that were being made. And in my mind, I go, yeah, I understand corporate standardization and like this all thing or whatever. And this is a growing pain. I know we're not there yet. And you know what I mean? Like it's like I've said before, it's like the Tim Hortons making pizza. You just make coffee. But the amount of people buying pizza is like, I'm the wrong one there. So I'm the wrong one here. We have to have standardization for whatever it is. And so I was like, I'm getting caught up in this. This is not the world. This world isn't for me anymore type of fucking whatever, grand thoughts. And then so I future tripped on it for a while. And I'm like, how am I going to fucking deal with this? And then it just was taken care of for me. Like I have a schedule now that I work from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and I get Fridays off. And that's just under 44 hours, which we're supposed to work. When I asked for this schedule, Ryan said to me, Ryan said to me, like, can you just work as much as you can get to that 44 hours for me? And that'll be great. And I go, oh yeah, excuse me, no problem. So working till 6 is like, I'm done by then. So nobody complained that I was working like 42 and a half type of hours. And so I went that. So they went to a standardization where most of the people start at 6 a.m. and work till 3:30, and then on Fridays they work from 6 till 2:30.
Yep.
So they wanted everybody to be on that schedule, and so
there's probably like 10 people
out
or
of
more,
how many?
Out of like 109.
Not on day shift.
No, total in the company.
Yeah. Oh, so 10 people on all the shifts that this is affects.
Yeah, I think like 10 to 15 they were saying.
Okay, so so they wanted to do a blanket thing, so those 10 to 15 people would have to get on the same timeline as everybody else.
Yeah, including the designers are all changing shift as well.
Yeah, and so none of us can understand the reason. We all just feel put upon, and I can't unsee it. Somebody just wanting to put their stamp on a decision and making a decision for decision's sake. They don't need to explain themselves. Yeah. Right? They don't have to come around and ask how this is going to affect anybody.
Well, yeah.
They can make this decision and then ask the supervisor, whatever, like to dole it out like that. So the recognition that some kind of standardization has to be there, but then the living in the reality that nothing is ever that cut and dry. There is fucking, opportunity for allowances when it happens. Like my first thought was, well, one of these guys is one of these things is a Muslim, and needs to leave Friday afternoon to go pray. I would really like to see how they're going to pull that one off.
No, he's allowed.
No, I know, but yeah.
That's what you were saying.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, when this was all happening to me, I go, well, one of the other guys he leaves Friday for prayer reasons, and I go, as much as I think that might be a ridiculous fucking, I can give you no.
He only started doing that recently, so
no, I know, but I can just say
you could argue.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any kind of way. Like again, we're not even going on how serious or unserious my situation is. But if I need to take off time to be a caregiver to a living person, you know what I mean, who needs my attention and help or whatever, or I need to go and pray my thoughts to Fantasyland, an imaginary guy.
Not Fantasyland.
No, I get it. No, but that's
No.
That's fine. But I have the right to think that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I don't think it as much as I might want to fucking say because I'm talking to dead people all the time. But I can argue it like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no, but the fact that I knew because he didn't want him to fucking blow the place up. No, I'm joking. They didn't want him to fucking, they knew they couldn't have a right to tell him because it's religious. It's baked into our fucking society that certain things are happening. And then I was ready to have a fucking fake argument about, I like that his fucking, his make-believe guy gets fucking more attention than my actual fucking father-in-law.
Yeah,
like that would have been how I was.
Religion runs the world, though.
I know, that's another problem. You want to talk about that? We have enough time? That's why the world should burn. And so, you got presidents there holding Bibles upside down. Yeah, the world really fucking holds with it. And so I see that. So I was just curious on how it was going to go. I was never, like I said, I'm just along for the ride as long as I got to be. Like I can see the outdoor, and it's hard not to see it anymore. So, but then, so I was like, how am I going to deal with this? And so they wanted to change me for that. And so I was prepared by March 2nd to either fight to the death, which I wasn't going to do, or try to convince somebody a little bit, like not to the death, but a little bit. Or I was going to have to start working Monday to Friday, 6 o'clock, you know what I mean? Like doing that shift. And I'm like, fuck, I've never worked at 6 in my life. Like, this is like, they changed that while I've been working there. And I was like, but you know what? Fuck it. Stop fucking whining about shit. There's so many people do it. Just do it. What are the benefits? Oh, you'll be home earlier. Oh, you this and that. So I was trying to look at the positive of it
go, Jay.
and not fucking have it be an issue. And then one of my supervisors come down to me and says, yesterday, says, okay, so regarding this hours thing and whatever, so you're still going to get Fridays off. They just would like you to come in at 6 instead of 7, and then just work till 5 instead of 6 to get your 44 hours. And that's why I said, well, to be honest with you, it's only 42 and a half. And so I feel so happy about the decision that they let me do it. I'm surprised. And I was like, wow. He goes, yeah, this guy's going to be pissed about not getting his hours the way they are. This guy's not going to be, he didn't mention any names. He goes, yeah, not everybody's getting this concession. He says, I got to go tell this guy, like, he's got to work till 3:30 every day.
Yeah. You also had a signed thing with HR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like I did everything properly.
Yeah.
It's not like
definitely helped.
Of course it did, but that's how I got it in the first place.
Yeah.
Right, and that's how I was looking. I said, well, I should just be grateful that we were. That's me using the corporation not against them, but using the rules of fucking engagement for my benefit. Like, instead of whining that people need fucking mental health days or fucking like the fucking pussification of the world, like, I need a little bit of pussification. I need some fucking mental health days. I was even going to think of that. Like, if I really wanted to be Chris about it, I'd be like, fucking, wow. So I have to figure out a way, and again, because it's all, you know what I mean? Like, never mind make-believe. I'd be like, oh, so I have to pay for somebody to come and work on fucking Friday for this. I don't get to spend time taking care of my family. And so I think I might need a fucking break. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be able to do this, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I was going to have to say, whatever, fucking take a fucking mental fucking time out because of the stress that this situation has now been put onto me and my family.
Yep.
And they would have had to take it in a way, like, because they have a fucking big QR code about fucking mental health right beside the fucking thing about the fucking schedule change. And so I'm like, that's a brave new world. It's a pussy thing I wouldn't want to do. But you know what? Yeah, I fucking need a mental health break, sure. So I was going to use their rules against them in a way to fight the power. But to what end? Like, I was probably not. That was just a high thought.
That was a thought, but yeah.
So
I don't think you would have done that to your reputation.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why. And so my reputation, in a positive way, got put back on me because I'm like, was told, okay, so you're still going to get this shift. We basically, by him telling me that means, like, at that time I go, oh, so they must have got together and they realized that they wanted to do this for me. They didn't have to do this for me. They wanted to do this for me because of what I've given them, and it's proved to be beneficial for both of us. It's probably not as much for them as me, but in a way, I would argue that too, because now somebody else can work on the truck I worked for on Friday. Like, you can get 55 hours put on it instead of 44 put hours on it or whatever. And then I asked you, so that would happen, and I thanked him. I said, whatever. Then I asked you, who do I have to thank for this? Because I knew this happened after a meeting when 4 people came down. And so I knew that you might have stumped for me, and I thought Marcel might have stumped. And then you told me who would have been the major one that said anything to me, and I can't wait to thank them. Yeah. I can't wait to fucking thank. Like I said, that all my reputation building at that time for all this boiled down to one person in a meeting just standing up for me, and that's all I ever wanted. If it never happened, I would have felt, I don't know if it's the right term, but disrespected in a way, right? But I wouldn't have had a leg to stand on because everybody's getting treated like that.
Yeah.
But the fact it didn't happen, that was the most uncorporate thing I've seen in my company for the longest time.
I think if you look closer, you'll see more.
Do.
You were one of 3 people who got to keep their accommodations. Oh, 4 if you include Alvin. Alvin's keeping his accommodation.
Yeah, because it's bored out that he will give us fucking what he wants.
Yeah, so Alvin gets to come in late. Ron obviously still gets to keep his schedule of leaving early, but his schedule is modified for pain mostly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can always find something, you know what I mean? Like, it is something.
You and Tariq, and that's it.
Yeah.
Frankie, yeah, too bad for him. Tiu, which sucks.
Yeah.
Too bad for him.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would need to do that.
I know, but hey, they want to have standardization. That's what they do. But I'm always reminded that we aren't just a number, because whenever I have to do the attendance, I only do the attendance on a first name basis, and they corrected everybody on a first name basis. So we are not just a number yet, Jay. We are still very personal.
That's why I know I'm in the Matrix, because it won't be that. It'll take a few years more after I'm gone for it to be like that. And anyway, I was just like kind of happy about it or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
good. I'm glad for you.
I do like the innovation that can happen at our work, and I do see like the growing pains that come with it or whatever like that. And so, just to break topic on us or whatever, like you're the one who has to actually fill me in on what's been going on in the world, because I've caught in a few speeches. Oh yeah, I've caught some fucking things or whatever, and I just want to. Before you can tell me what's going on in the world. This is just a little bit like we talked about like last week or whatever, and I don't know what I saw some other like BYD stuff or other like kind of car stuff. Oh no! It came. I saw it like that, but I saw one thing about a Chinese car this week, and I've seen a million different car ads on TV while I've been watching TV. Like I watch TV with ads still. And so you must pay a fortune in your streaming, because anyway, that's a whole other topic. Because we had to get ads in Disney when we re-got it, because the non-ad version was fucking like twice as much as the ad version.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is fucking, so it's not that bad. I can't unsee the fake innovation of the American car manufacturers. Like they show a commercial.
Like traditional?
They show a commercial with like a fucking whatever car, like self-parking or something. And she's on her phone fucking doing this, steering it, like whatever, doing this and that or whatever. I go, oh, I bet you that's been in every Chinese car for fucking years. Like I think that they just dole out. Like it's like, I think you know this for phones. Like you know this fake innovation that Apple does. Yeah. Where other companies have been doing it forever, and they pretend they invented it. Mm-hmm. I have no faith in the North American auto sector anymore. No. Like ever since the Chinese thing, or they're like it's going to devastate our jobs or whatever it is. That fucking meeting of him in Dearborn, and just this clicking and watching this fucking showing all these new features in these cars, and then seeing a BYD car that's fucking half the money and has had these things in there already. Yep. And then calling them a threat. Like I said, like I just can't. I want to be a part of that innovation now. Yeah, I think the North American style of doing things is stifling innovation to maximize profit and like just doling it out.
The American style.
Yeah,
we're not North American anymore.
Well, whatever it was before.
Yeah, it was before until
so Trump. I know like.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think it has stifled innovation more so because of fear and fear mongering. That's like the biggest thing when it comes to these type of stuff. But also the I guess North American regulations screw everything else up as well.
It can't. So, but there's
when it comes to if we're talking vehicles, when it comes to vehicles, right?
How do you figure?
There's a lot of things car companies cannot do over here that you have to do to your cars for it to be able to drive here.
But so by bringing in the BYD car here now, they will have to conform to those.
Yeah, they will have to conform.
That makes it better.
With some of them, does it though?
Yeah,
does
because they now won't go on forever polluting the world. If these regulations are needed, like
I don't think some of them are needed.
You don't, and I don't. We live here, man. Like if you fucking live in a coastal fucking place that deals with fucking like the I'm not going to be an environmental stumper.
It'll give you a small. It's not necessarily about environmental. Here's a small example. I remember years ago, they were showing these cars. I think I'm pretty sure it was Audi or something, and it was in Germany. And they were showing the signals. Now we have them. You know how the signals they sort of like move, other than just blink on and off.
Yeah, some.
So they
point like an arrow.
They go to the direction
in sequence.
Yes. So I seen that in long time ago, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait till this comes here, because it was like moving, kind of like our lights. It was doing like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then I was waiting for it to come to North America, and then it came, and it's different. So it stays on, and it goes all the way. It goes, and then it stays on. So the regulation is the blinker has to be on fully and has to be off fully. But in Germany, it was like this, where it was just progressing, just continuous, like a continuous loop. Yeah. And it looked way cooler.
Okay.
And it looked way cooler. And I was thinking, like, why do we have these stupid regulations? That is, to me, seems a lot safer than, because you actually know direction. No, it's the same thing. It's a very minor thing, but it just looks way cooler. And that's a example how regulations just screw up things, which is why we can't have so many things. When we see some of these BYD things where seats are turning around or doors are opening, some of those things will not be able to exist here because of regulations. They'll say the door has to be 1 inch away from the other door. They'll say things like that, and it screws things up.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't. Regulations are a whole different fucking topic.
That's what's stifling shit.
That's not China's fault.
No, I know.
Like that's what it's the fear mongering part. Like I'm just saying, like I'm so turned off on like you see it in Apple, and I now see it in fucking Pontiac and fucking other cars. Like I feel that they're not giving us their best vehicle they can, not because of like the regulation or that, because they can sell it in next year's version. I don't think they're going to load up if they got fucking 10 things they can do. You know what I mean? Like that they're fucking holding back because we have no other choice.
Yeah, well,
I think if there's
too much.
but that's what I'm saying. If there's a fucking cheaper way to make these and get in regulation or whatever, I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm not. It's the fear mongering part. There's nothing positive about it. They're not giving me the best option I can have. They're not pushing the boundaries of the regulation. They're fucking just. They're middling. They're the fucking Miami Dolphins of fucking industry. They're never going to make the fucking play unless you pay big bucks.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't stop anybody from buying it.
Because they limit our choices.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop you from buying an Apple phone. It doesn't stop Ron from buying a Ford. It doesn't stop people from buying the things that marketing speaks to them, because marketing sells more than innovation.
Yeah, but
that's why they don't
I was
have
looking at
to.
them marketing their innovation.
That's why they don't have to. They don't have to do it. Right?
Yeah, it's not even. It's a lot of things like that too. It's like I see it in different ways. No, see, it's hard because it's hard to have solar power in Canada all the time, like the winter fucking things, or whatever. But one of the, is I love fucking steel shingle roofs.
Oh yeah, they look
like
cool.
They almost look like the tile. They look better and they fucking are better, but it's not standard.
Yeah,
it's better for everybody involved, but the cost is fucking so fucking high. But it, like I said, so we have inferior roofs because of the cost. Like, you know what I mean? The more we had it, the more the cost would come down. But whoever fucking, it's so easy to make shingles. Like they're never going to fucking take that away.
Yeah.
When this is a crazy fucking. Conspiracy. It's a South Park conspiracy. It's from fucking years ago, but it's when fucking Randy first discovered fucking Japanese toilets, right? And they fucking wondered fucking why there's no bidets in North America.
Yeah.
And South Park said it's because of the fucking the toilet paper cartel. Like, do you realize how much toilet paper they sell?
Do you realize how much truth there probably is to that?
Yeah, no, South Park ain't lying. Like, that's the thing. Like, they fucking, like, this is something that could have been fucking assassinated for them when you see it in a joke. But yeah, what is the reason? It's not for health. Bidets are definitely fucking healthier. Yeah. Right? Like, fucking, you talk to anybody. I haven't fucking tried. It's kind of a freaky fucking thing before you get used to it.
Yeah, I remember my aunt had a bidet.
So, but when you get used to it, I bet you fucking can't ever not fucking have one.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, so how much truth is the fact that we don't have fucking bidets like the rest of the world because of stifled innovation by something ridiculous like the toilet paper? Like the money that makes. A
lot of truth.
Yeah, so that's where I can't unsee that anymore because of South Park. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what other whatever fake regulations it is to fucking like have bidets or fucking whatever. I don't know what's in there. Like whatever makes them have that, it's beyond me. So, but that's like an example if I can see. And so I see it in. I'm not trying to question, but I can see it in cars. I can see that if China gets their foot in the door, like they all fucking didn't want Honda to have a fucking foot in the door in the 70s.
100%.
And now they're in fucking the best
Honda,
F1 engines.
Toyota,
right?
All these
and
guys.
Now they're part of
now they're the highest selling cars in North America.
Now they're the part of the solution.
Yeah.
And so now I want to invite that again. It didn't stop. Now China, like I said, I'm done fear mongering. I'm now stumping for fucking China.
Yeah,
I'm fucking all about. I think I've been so fucking wrong about it.
So you're buying an electric vehicle?
I would love to buy a fucking electric vehicle.
Can't wait to see them come in.
I would love to fucking buy a fucking.
The only thing that sucks is that they're gonna flood it. Where they have to flood with cheaper vehicles first.
Yeah, I'm not about to do anytime soon. I'm fucking foolish.
I know, but
I
can't wait to get one of the nice ones. You know.
For sure, but like I said, like fucking look how great Toyotas and the mall are.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and so there was the same fear mongering then. I was super disappointed in fucking Doug Ford, fucking stumping for him.
It's ridiculous.
Well, President Trump's not going to like this. Fuck you.
You're the one who rants about President
That's what I mean.
You made an ad about the guy. What are you talking about terrorists? What are you talking about? Fucking guy.
My only other breaking news we're going to have to make this a short one for the people. I don't think we've talked about this. We talked a little bit about it, but we had Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A is fucking ass.
Chick-fil-A is not ass.
The sandwich is just all right, but every other chicken place is better.
No, I disagree. 100%.
I know you and the rest of the world, but I think you've been fooled.
No way.
I think
No
the
way.
fries are absolutely shit as hell. The
I
waffle
would-
fries are garbage.
I think you went in there with preconceived
No.
notions
I've had it
to
in the
hate
States
it.
before. I had it like so. We were coming back from doing some fucking stuff,
Yeah.
and we were like, let's go fucking check it out. It was by where Tammy was getting some donuts, and so we go in there. First of all, they only have spicy fucking chicken fingers. She couldn't get non-spicy chicken
Their
fingers.
chicken fingers are trash.
The chicken nuggets, so she got those, were absolutely garbage.
Garbage. I wouldn't buy those either.
The sandwich was all right.
The sandwich is the best sandwich around.
The sandwich is.
It's
It's just as you know what a Big Mary or
Big Mary. I love a Big Mary.
That's like it's far superior, crunchier fucking thing. Like more options of everything else.
No,
I would take a
disagree.
fucking big crunch from KFC from fucking that.
I
over that.
absolutely would not.
And I would take everything else that KFC sold more than fucking Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is living off of some
No,
some
man,
fucking
no
whatever,
way.
man.
I don't know what Chick-fil-A you're eating.
This is the second time. Like I said, I had it once in the States, and it was just like it wasn't anything that made me want to go.
That was
again.
the first time I had it too in the States.
And then I went to this fucking the customer service was fucking bang on. It was fucking great. It was a decent bun. Like I said, the sandwich was good, but no, I'm never going
Yeah.
back.
I think you're hating. I think you're hating.
No, because I tried it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you're not hating.
But I'm like, I don't want to give him a second chance. Like it's not even that important. But like I said,
Yeah.
like this is how I know what I'm talking about. Like, well, you shouldn't think I'm not. It's not just hating. Like I have no. I'm not just calling it out of the blue. We tried it. Why would we? If I was hating, I never would have went there in the first place.
Maybe you were like, you know what? Everybody says you go there not wanting to believe the hype, and when it doesn't blow your mind, you're like, you know what? This is shit.
I disagree because we're going to be going to Memphis barbecue for the 5th fucking time today. Sorry, but you're not at that. We're going to the Memphis barbecue for the 5th time today since Christmas, when my wife had it for the very first time at the lovely Moore's home.
Yeah.
Because we were all having a drink and
We're doing it again this year.
oh, of course, right? And so well, who knows what fucking new experiences my fucking world is going to open up to. And so this is a place that I used to love to go. I would love to go and get ribs and wings, and it smells like a fucking death factory to my wife. She's a fucking animal lover. She fucking and so there's nothing for her there. She knew it, right? And so she just even eating ribs is so cannibalistic to her, you know. Like so, but whatever. She doesn't watch me eat, but so it was never a place I would bring up. It was only if I was going to get something and she was going to get something from somewhere else. So we come here and we tell her, the chicken fingers are great. Selena just fucking doesn't even have to sell it. We believe her one lock, stock, and
She's
barrel.
a chicken finger monster.
And so is my wife. And so we went and so we had it here and she loved them. It was great. And so now every time we suggest what we're going to have, we're out doing things today. What do you want for dinner today? Ran off a whole bunch of things. Memphis?
I mean, Memphis is a pretty
she takes her at.
go-to.
So,
pretty good
so
go-to.
this is where it's coming from. She has every reason to not even give those fingers a chance. So she has them, and now it's her new favorite.
Yeah.
Where it was not even it was a no-go. It was a hater zone. So we're not that type of people. We are open.
True.
We're open to new things.
True.
And this,
But I
like,
think you still think you're hating.
and I told you the sandwich was not bad.
I think the sandwich is
The sandwich is
the
above
top
average
top two best sandwich out of any restaurant
out of the 4.
out of the 4. I would get it over KFC. I would get it over
Popeyes?
Popeyes. I would get it over Popeyes. Mary Brown's is where I get stuck on.
Yeah.
That one's a tough one. That
Okay,
one's
and
a
then
tough one.
then I will tell you that Mary Brown's has got taters. Mary Brown's has got fucking great chicken fingers.
Even their fries are better than the waffle fries.
What? There
Yes.
we go.
Yes,
There
I
we
agree.
go.
Their gravy is great.
What? Gravy,
Yes.
of course.
Overall, it's a better, but I only go to Chick-fil-A for the sandwich.
Yeah, and fuck the rest of the family, right?
And their drinks. They have a better drink
You
selection.
said that before.
They
Okay,
have a best
okay.
drink selection
I've never got anywhere with the
ever.
drinks. Yeah, good. And so, but
It's like going to a bar with shit beer and then going to another bar with way better beer. It's the selection is just better.
yeah. So I find that
Mary Brown's doesn't even have fountain drinks.
it's lost on me because I never buy pop or soda from anywhere.
Yeah,
like I don't
okay,
drink. I
true,
just drink
yeah.
water or beer
Yeah,
or
true.
coffee. That's fucking hilarious. But I'm just trying to tell you, it wasn't a state of mind to going in there hating it. We would have loved to.
Yeah,
have
no,
liked
I was
it.
just joking.
No, I get it, but I'm saying like I tried, so I'm probably never going back.
I'm probably going there tomorrow.
Well, I'll have leftover Memphis. We had to cut this one short.
Yep.
But I do want to say that part of the fucking reason for the whole schedule would have been the death of the show in a way.
Yes.
If I had to work Fridays, we like doing it so much, and we appreciate everybody listening that we would have had to figure out some kind of new schedule or something.
It wouldn't
to that
have been
effect.
ideal for sure.
It would have had to work in a certain way. So that really is my fucking bonus thing. Just to really fucking piss you off, this is now in effect now my schedule or whatever. When it wasn't looking that way. Like Tammy was like, you can go on nights, so you can.
Son of a bitch!
That you can.
I am. Wait till I
just
go.
to save the pod.
Wait till I go. Wait till I go to work.
No.
Wait till I go to work on Monday. You're gonna get a very.
She goes, I feel bad that the pod won't happen. It's the only way the pod would work if it just work Friday. You can work nights.
You know what's funny? When I had just told you that your name was mentioned up there about the lead hand thing, and I was like. I said the same thing to you. I said downstairs, I need help too. Like
Yeah.
they said, well, what Jay could have gone on afternoons too. And then Nicole's like, oh no, he can't do it. I'm like, yeah, he can't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
and now look, you could have done it. Why didn't you tell me this before? I would have torpedoed this whole thing.
Now we don't. So we'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Work Related podcast because of everything else.
God.
But just think, my wife would have kept this going.
Damn it.
Love it, Tam. We can't wait for Memphis tonight, baby. Woo! See you guys next week.
Say what?